Hey everybody, today is February 2nd, 2018, which means it's Groundhog Day here in the United States. Groundhog Day falls on February 2nd every year, the 33rd day of the year, and it provides a perfect opportunity to teach new people the language of gematria, which is the practice of coding numbers into words. What this is very simple. All you do is assign a number to each letter in the alphabet relative to its position. This first cipher that I have open here is called English ordinal, often referred to as simple gematria. You might also hear this word pronounced as gematria or gematria, but it's all the same thing. A lot of people are frightened off by math, but ever since my calculator went online last year, gematria is simpler than ever. And you get to see things like this. The date that this event is held on every year is, like I said, February 2nd, written in all parts of the world as 2/2. In the language of gematria, Punxsutawney PA sums to 220 using the alphabetic order. Add up all the letters in the word, so P the 16th letter, U the 21st, N the 14th, and continue all the way to the end. You get 220. Now, even though we use mathematics to get this number, gematria is a mixture of math and numerology. In numerology, zeros are ignored, so this represents a 22, much like the date 2/2 that this event falls on every year. 22 is known as the master builder number. Also in the language of gematria, master builder number sums to 220. And it's always around this time every year that the Super Bowl takes place. The Super Bowl is the championship game of the National Football League. Once again, using the alphabetic order, National Football League equals 220. And think about how there's always 22 men playing during the game. The next cipher I'm going to introduce is called English Extended. And this method most closely mirrors the ancient Hebrew gematria and Greek isopsephy charts. In this method, the letters are numbered 1 through 10, and then once you get to 10, you increase by 10 all the way to 100, at which point you increase by 100. Now, using this method, Punxsutawney PA sums to 2,947, and 2 plus 9 plus 4 plus 7 sums to 22. The next cipher I'm going to look at is reverse ordinal. And this is basically exactly what it sounds like. You take the alphabetic order and flip it around. You make Z as 1, Y as 2, X as 3, all the way through A as 26. Using this method, Punxsutawney PA sums to 158. If the groundhog sees his shadow, then they say that there's 6 more weeks of winter. In the reverse order, 6 more weeks equals 158. The word Freemasonry also sums to 158. Using the alphabetic order, Freemasonry sums to 139. This event is known as Groundhog Day, which also, using the alphabetic order, sums to 139. What's so revealing about reverse gematria is that it shows you matches you wouldn't otherwise see. So for example, let's take the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club, who puts on this event every year. And in English ordinal, this sums to 350. Using the reverse order, it sums to 325. These are the same numbers found in the gematria of Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, 325 ordinal, and 350 reverse. This Groundhog Club was founded in the year 1889 or 1899. There's some disputes there. But either way, you have the 189 number sequence. In the reverse alphabetic order, Freemasonic sums to 189. The next method of gematria that we're going to look at is full reduction. This is where each double-digit number is reduced to a single digit prior to adding it to the equation. So for instance, the letter J. J is the 10th letter of the alphabet. 1 plus 0 equals 1, so you have 1 in reduction. K is the 11th letter. 1 plus 1 is 2. And this goes all the way up to the end. For instance, W is the 23rd, and 2 plus 3 equals 5. The date written February 2nd sums to 66 in reduction and 156 ordinal. February 2nd is the 33rd day of the year, and when you write out the number 33, it also sums to 66 reduction and 156 ordinal. And think about how this event has Punxsutawney Phil. Remember, he's from Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. So there's a lot of P's there. And P is the 16th letter of the alphabet. In Greek, pi is the 16th letter. Pi equals 16 in reduction. And in English, P is the 16th letter. And the reason this is important is because when you write out 16 as a word, it's one of just two numbers that sum to 33, the other one being 90. So a lot of 22s with the date and the gematria of the town. We have some 33s in the date and the P letter. Well, if you add 22 plus 33, these are both master numbers, you get 55. Groundhog, using the reduction method, sums to 55. Looking again at the gematria of Freemasonry, using the reduction method, this sums to 58. The town this is held in, Punxsutawney, PA, sums to 58 also. In fact, if you take out the PA and flip open the cipher called reverse full reduction, which is the same thing as full reduction, this time we're using the reverse alphabetic order. So here, Q is the 10th letter. 1 plus 0 is 1, so Q is only worth 1. So in this method, Punxsutawney sums to 58. One more cipher that we'll use is called single reduction. This is the same as full reduction unless there's an S. And the reason that is because S is the 19th letter, and it's only reduced once. 1 plus 9 equals 10. So anytime there's an S in the word, as there is here in Punxsutawney, you add 9 to the full reduction method. So Punxsutawney becomes 59. And in the reverse reduction method, Freemasonry also sums to 59. In this single reduction method, you see that Freemasonry sums to 67. Using that same method, Groundhog Day also equals 67. And once again, the name of the town, Punxsutawney, PA, 67. The perfect place for this whole ritual to take place. By the way, this event is held at a place called Gobbler's Knob. Gobbler's Knob in reverse reduction equals 67. So if you didn't have enough sexual innuendo with the PP with this whole thing, you have the location, Gobbler's Knob, you know. It's ridiculous. So if you look at Wikipedia, you'll find that the first mention of Groundhog Day came in the year 1840. This groundhog is called Punxsutawney Phil. And no matter how many times I type Punxsutawney, I can't get used to it. But in the reverse alphabetic order, this sums to 184. And again, Groundhog Day first mentioned in the year 1840. However, the event did not become official until the year 1887. Now here you have the 187, ancient accepted Scottish rite of Freemasonry in English reduction, sums to 187. This was founded by a man named James L. Norris, or Morris, I should say. And to wrap this up, we're going to look at something called Jewish gematria. And this is a method that's been around for many, many more hundreds of years than English ordinal. You see, it uses the original Latin order of the alphabet, where it places the more modern characters from English at the end. Using this method, James L. Morris sums to 1085. And this is a perfect example of how this cipher intertwines with the English alphabet. Groundhog Day sums to 185 using the reverse alphabetic order. In this Jewish method, which looks very similar to English extended, you can also drop it to an ordinal base, numbered 1 through 27. James L. Morris sums to 158 this way, just like the word Freemasonry. And I can't think of any other reason that these men wear top hats at these things. And I think that's because a top hat, which sums to 319, is a symbol that's Freemasonic, 319. In fact, just the word Masonic alone, using Satanic Gematria, sums to 319. Satanic Gematria starts with the number 36. 666 is what's called the 36th triangular number. Add every number up 1 through 36, it sums to 666. And using this method, Satanic Gematria sums to 666. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope that anybody new who saw this gets a little more interested in the language of gematria and what it means. In the description down below, you can see links to tutorials and exhibitions about gematria, or just simply search my channel and look up a story about a topic that you want to see. So once again, thanks for watching, Truth Seekers. God bless.